Welcome to tonight's call. I want to welcome everyone, whether you're dialed into Zoom and are actually able to watch our video presentation live, or whether you're dialed in over the phone. My name is Casey Marian. I live in Loveland, Colorado, and I am so honored and excited to be your host today. And I get to share the beautiful blessing and the incredible company of Organo. And so hopefully you're sitting with your favorite OG beverage, or if you've been invited maybe as the very first time guest to our presentation, hopefully somebody gave you a sample of our black coffee or latte or mocha hot chocolate. I'm actually sipping on a cup of black coffee from my dream mug here. Really excited to be with you guys this evening. Hopefully you have a pen and paper and are someplace quiet without distraction, because I promise to be brief. We can be efficient and not eternal, right? But the information I'm going to share with you tonight is so important, and it has such incredible potential to be life-changing. And if you're looking for your life to change for the better, whether that's physically, financially, in your relationships and your impact, I was taught a long time ago by one of my mentors, Mr. Rod Smith. He said, impact drives income. And we've put the mission back in commission, and we're ready to share with you about the incredible lifestyle company of Organo, who we are, how we're being leaders in the health and wellness and better living categories, and how we're helping people all over the world. But before I kind of dive into some of the details and talk about the strategy and the marketing plan, I just want to share with you a little bit about me. I'm 29 years old. I'm getting ready to turn 30 here in a couple of days. And 9.5 years ago, I had just celebrated my 20th birthday, and I got a phone call from my dad, because you know, you have those people in your life that they know when you're going through something, and they know that you're unhappy and you're unsatisfied and that things need to change. Well, my dad knew that that was my life. I was 20 years old. I was going to school full time. And don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-education at all, but it wasn't working for me. I was piling up debt. I was making $8 an hour. I studied poetry and Shakespeare, so it wasn't like there was a high demand for that degree in the marketplace. And I had been struggling with my health since I was a freshman in high school. So at this point in my life, it had been almost 6 years that my immune system had been so compromised that it literally affected every area of my life. I went from being outgoing and social and this 3-sport athlete who loved life, to literally sometimes walking up the stairs was the best I could do that day. And so for me, my life had taken a turn that I wasn't really expecting, and I found myself just stuck. So I don't know if you can relate to that, or know somebody, care about somebody who can relate to that, of just kind of being at this crossroads and knowing that there's more to life, and wanting to believe that the more that's out there is great and incredible and living the dream, but having no idea how to get from where you are to where you want to go. That was me. And for those of you who can see the slide, it says, would you be open to try? And that's the thing about being open. Opportunities come to those who are open. And I just happened to be blessed enough that my dad was open. I don't know that I necessarily was, because I was pretty skeptical. I was broke, I was rude, I was negative, but my dad knew that there was more to life, that he believed in the dream, right? And so he gives me this call, and he's like, I know that you're not feeling well. I know that you've been sick for a long time. I know that you have no money, and how frustrating that is to not even know if you can put gas in your car, and literally not have enough left at the end of the month to go to the movies. And to have no time and just be really jaded about life. And he's like, and I found an opportunity, and I believe it can help you. And he told me it was coffee. He told me it was business. He told me it was network marketing. And I told him, absolutely not. You've lost your mind. And I'm so grateful to this day, one, that he invited me to see this information, and two, that in a very graceful way, he shared with me, he said, Casey, I don't care if you get involved. I don't care if you join. I don't care if you use the products. I think the products are going to help you with your health, but all I care is that you come take a look, and then you're an adult, make an adult decision. So I would say, under a little bit of duress and with a lot of skepticism that I can look back on now and just laugh, I came to my first presentation, and I wasn't a coffee drinker, wasn't a business owner, had no influence, no money, right? That was my life. I don't know if that was your college experience. And somebody handed me a cup of coffee. I wasn't a coffee drinker, but I started drinking it. I had a latte. It was absolutely delicious. And with every sip, I started to relax a little bit. Like, okay, the coffee's good. I can pay attention. And, you know, it's 45 minutes, an hour of my life. I'll pay attention, and then I'll tell him no, give him an educated no, and then we'll move on. And then this incredible thing started happening. I started opening up. And as the speaker was going through the information, I could feel myself relaxing. And then I was leaning forward. And then I was like, oh my God, what if it's true? And I almost missed this opportunity by like this much because it sounded too good to be true. And then what I realized is that freedom and those who get to live a life of freedom, whatever that looks like for you, freedom is usually accomplished by people who dare to believe that it's possible. And so being open to try a gourmet cup of coffee, being open to better health, being open to opportunity has led you to this presentation tonight. And I'm just honored that I get to share. See, I got started that night in the business. For my dad, he's a businessman. It was a strategic business decision for him to partner with Organo. For me, it was a leap of faith. I wanted the opportunity. I wanted the big money and to live that lifestyle, but I really wanted to get my health under control also. And I wanted to believe that it was possible. But because coffee is so simple and they've hidden some magic health inside your cup of coffee, tea, hot chocolate, and our incredible beverage lines, I started using the product every day. Nobody had to call me and remind me to drink coffee. And in 2 months of drinking a latte every day, I felt better. I had more energy, more focus. My body felt good for the first time in 6 years. It was like having a new lease on life. Coffee is exciting enough, but when you realize how important your health is wealth. Health is wealth. There are people right now in the world who would trade every dollar they have to recapture their health. Well, why not take care of our health before we get in that situation, or if we're in that situation, address it so it doesn't get worse. But why not have health and wealth create this merger in our lives so that we can truly enjoy all of the wonderful things that life has to offer? Because when it comes to our health, it really starts at a cellular level, and what we feed our bodies is so important. And there's so much information. It's almost information overload to go out there and start researching, what should I eat? What should I not eat? There's this diet, there's that diet, there's this one, there's that one. And it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And people get so overwhelmed with all that information that they kind of get paralyzed. And we like to say a confused mind does nothing. And so when people are unsure, they just stick with their current routine. And it's like, wow, to be able to put health inside your habit is amazing because nobody's routine is being changed. Everybody that drinks coffee, they already drink coffee. If you're a protein shake person, you already have the habit to use protein shakes. If you're a tea drinker, you're already drinking tea. So we're able to introduce health into your daily habits and routines where you don't have to change your budget, you don't have to change your routine, and you don't have to go out there and become educated on the coffee industry. I'm going to highlight some things about the coffee and tea industry for you tonight, but they're things you probably already know and are already aware of. I'm just going to bring them into the forefront of your mind to help you see the vision of why Organo is helping millions of people all over the world, because we have put health in your habit. Now, what is the health that we've put in your habit? It's a powerful and exclusive ingredient called Ganoderma. As you can see on the slide, this is the Asian rainforest where our Ganoderma grows 100% natural, 100% organic. We have dozens of quality control certifications to ensure that you are literally having access to the highest quality Ganoderma in the world. Now, what is Ganoderma? Ganoderma is plant-based nutrition. It's got full of phytonutrients and antioxidants and things that support a healthy immune system. Having a healthy immune system is so important. Just the other day, I was reading an article, and you gotta be careful about the news, right? Because it's all fear, all scare tactics all the time. But this article was saying that based on projections this year of what's been happening, they expect 10 million people in the United States in 2019 to be diagnosed with cancer. 10 million people. Well, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm a college dropout who studied Shakespeare and poetry, right? But what I do know is that when there's so much happening out there in the world, we've got to make sure we're taking care of our body, that we're addressing things that need to be addressed and being proactive to keep a healthy body. Dr. Oz did a presentation once on Ganoderma, also known as reishi, and about what it does for your body. And he says Ganoderma turns your immune system into a bomb shelter. So think about that for just a second. If there are bombs going off, you want to be in the bomb shelter, right? Well, our immune system regulates every aspect of our health. So if we could have a healthy immune system, don't you think that would change some people's lives? We've got kids that are feeling better, sleeping better, more focused by switching to the hot chocolate, using our capsules, on our incredible shakes. We've got people that are losing weight, literally putting years back on their life, taking control of their health, and our protein shake that's full of Ganoderma and 20 plus other nutrients that have been stirred in there, it tastes like liquid birthday cake. And I know you don't believe me, you have to try it. It literally will blow your mind, because when it comes to taste, when it comes to texture, when it comes to smell, and it comes to results, all of that in an affordable package, and it's delicious, it's absolutely incredible. So when we're talking about our health, it's as nature intended. We have to supplement our health, because a lot of the foods and things that we eat, the toxins and things that we're exposed to, we've got to make sure we're supplementing and supporting our health. What better way to do it than because some brilliant man said, let's hide Ganoderma, the closest thing to nutritional perfection found in nature, let's hide it in a cup of coffee. You can't see it, you can't taste it, you can't smell it. The only reason you know it's in there is either because we told you or because you're feeling amazing. I just had a young woman that I shared a sample with. I gave her a sample of coffee, and she tried it, and I followed up with her and I said, how did you like it? And she goes, oh my God, I didn't get the jitters at all. I said, really, do you normally get the jitters? And she said, regular coffee normally gives me the jitters really bad, where I just shake, so I try not to drink too much of it. She's like, I can drink your coffee without any jitters, and got a new customer from one sample. It's incredibly exciting, not only to see that you can build an income by helping other people, but to truly witness and play a role in them having a better way of life, better quality of life. So what our beverage line is incredible. Our energy drink, our peach mango, I actually take this peach mango right here on the screen, and I mix it with our black iced tea, and it is so delicious. It's my new favorite product. It is so yummy. I blend it up with a little bit of ice, and I could just drink that all day long. It's so good. And then we also have a premium skincare line that's launching later this year, but we already have a premium beauty bar and a toothpaste line. Why? Because you want to feel healthy on the inside and look healthy on the outside. Absolutely incredible. So coffee is huge, but we have to have our health first, right? So we lead with coffee because it's simple, it's easy, it's fun. You can share coffee with anyone, but we have the powerful backbone of our business being health and wellness. So let's talk about coffee from a business standpoint for just a second. As a consumer, coffee drinkers never give up their coffee. As a business person, whether you're brand new to business like I was, or whether you have decades of experience, coffee's big business. You want to be in a business that people literally can't live without your product, that they would give up everything else in their life except for coffee. Specialty coffee sales are increasing. Millions of people already spend $3, $4, $5. It's not unheard of for people to spend $6 or $7 on a cup of coffee, because the timing of this industry is so perfect. And when we're talking about our health, as you can see the graphic on the screen, 40% of the world population is overweight or obese. All you have to do is look around and you see people struggling. And more than just struggling, they're suffering. And if we can eliminate that by introducing them to a weight management system that is not just about being thin, it's about being fit, it's about being healthy and taking back control of your life. See, being overweight, 40%, what does that mean to you? That means 40%. You look at 10 numbers in your cell phone, and chances are that 4 out of those 10 people are struggling with their weight, that they're looking for a solution. What if you could help them? Because being overweight, not only does it affect your confidence, it puts you at risk for diabetes and heart disease and heart failure and all these issues that are very serious. So why not make a simple change? As you can see, these are just a few of the many, many testimonials that we have from people using the coffees, the shakes, the teas, the capsules. Jeremy lost 55 pounds. I know he works in IT. There was an article a few years ago that called sitting the new smoking. People just aren't as active as they used to be. But one of the things that's really interesting is as you see people start to lose weight, they have more energy, they're feeling better about themselves, their body feels better, they become more active. They go out there and live life, spending better quality time with their families, better quality time with their kids. It's absolutely amazing. 63 pounds down. Oscar's now over 80 pounds down. He doesn't even look like the same person. Jolene's over 100 pounds down. I was at a little celebration party yesterday at my mentor's home, Mr. Rod Smith, former 2-time Super Bowl winner with the Denver Broncos, wide receiver, just an incredible guy on the field. And when he retired from the Denver Broncos, he was very financially set. He's done right by his money. He loves financial literacy. He loves to help people. And yesterday he celebrated 10 years in Organo. So you're talking about security, longevity, stability. He celebrated 10 years. So we had a little get together at his house, and it was so cool to see that people from all walks of life are having change and affecting change in their lives. See, he shared coffee with a woman who wasn't a coffee drinker, and she's like, you know, I'm not so sure about the coffee. And she goes, but I do want to lose weight. Unfortunately, some of her siblings had passed away due to obesity-related diseases, and she wanted to take back control of her health. She's now down 119 pounds. It just radiates from her. You can see it from a mile away because of how great she feels. And so taking control of our health, not only is it extremely rewarding, it's so important. And to be able to help other people, gosh, it's so exciting. And so Organo said, let's create the perfect marriage of health and wealth. Let's create the perfect merger and lead with coffee. We lead with coffee and health. And then we transition into talking about how that plays a role with business. And when we talk about preparedness, guys, I'm telling you, every single day people are joining Organo. Every single day they're seeing the vision. We're getting ready in just a few days to open up an entire another country in the region of Africa. We're going to be launching into South Africa. It's going to be an incredibly huge market. I've got people calling me every day saying, hey, I've got somebody in Africa who wants to get started. I've got somebody in South Africa. They're ready to enroll, and we're launching in October. And coffee is an international language. It's international business. But guess what? Health and wellness is an international language. Wealth is an international language. Wanting to be free, wanting more for your family, wanting the independence to live life on your own terms, that's also an international language. And we have an opportunity to show people how they can accomplish that with this incredible system. It's about having a work-life balance. And what do I mean by that? Because, you know, I use the word freedom, and some people go, well, I don't really know what that means. For some people, it means enough money to not have to think about where the money is going to come from in order to pay your bills. For some people, it's traveling. For some people, it's being able to buy back some of your time to spend it with the people that you love. For some people, it's giving back. For some of us, it's all of those things. And to be able to add value to other people's lives and have that value returned to you financially is incredible. And that's why you're here tonight, because we're inviting you to capitalize on these global opportunities that are right in front of us, as simple as a cup of coffee. Now, I'm here to tell you, I'm just going to tell you the truth. The hardest part about this business is going to be keeping it as simple as it is. We're changing lives on 5 continents all over the world with coffee. Keep it simple. We give coffee away. We're going to teach you how to give the samples away. And if you can give away the samples and follow up, you can build an enormous business. See, a complete stranger gave my dad 3 samples of latte. A complete stranger gave my dad 3 samples of latte. And he's turned that into the last 9.5 years. He had no experience in network marketing or running a home-based business. And in the last 9 years, he and my mom have turned that business into millions of dollars in income, tens of millions of dollars in revenue, and tens of thousands of distributors all over the world. And when you have the right leadership that's family-oriented, that's focused on a vision, and can paint that vision so clearly that people from all walks of life, like I told you, I was making $8.10 an hour when I started this business. My upline and mentor in this business had just retired from making millions of dollars in football. We've got people like Manny Pacquiao, internationally renowned sports figure, all over the world, making hundreds of millions of dollars a fight. Then we have people like Jacob Rakowski, who got started at 18 years old and building a team all over the world. We've got single moms, we've got single dads, we've got newlyweds, we've got people who, it doesn't matter, all walks of life. We have people who work 2, 3 jobs that are able to get rid of 1, 2, 3 of those jobs. I had a chance to see Mr. Barry Overton from Denver yesterday. And when he started this business, he was working full-time as a police officer in Denver. He also worked the overtime shifts, and he took jobs at night as security. So he was working 3 jobs just in order to make ends meet. And he's got a son. He's like, I'm missing everything. And so he started with Organo, and he's like, listen, I don't have any time. And it's like, yeah, you have time, because everywhere you go, there are coffee drinkers. So you incorporate Organo into your life. And guys, in less than a year, he was able to quit taking the night jobs, no longer had to take overtime, so that took him down to 1 job. Imagine if in less than a year you could buy back 40 hours a week of your time. And then, ladies and gentlemen, before his 2nd year in Organo, he was able to retire 10 years early from the police department because he built a consistent part-time business. So everybody's got a story, and OG has put the mission back in commission. We have exclusive partnerships with Think and Grow Rich and our OG Cares Foundation. We're about affecting positive change through strategic partnerships, marketing, and the #1 best in category products for health and wellness all over the world. And we've incorporated this into a compensation plan that pays 7 different ways. The first way is retail. Retail's powerful because you can put money in your pocket right away. Rose was sharing with me that her son, Travis, if you're watching tonight, congratulations. He took a few minutes to sell and sample coffee, was actually selling coffee by the cup, and in a few minutes put $47 into his pocket. Guys, there are some people who literally work all day, and after taxes, that's what they walk away with. And here he is building a customer base, putting money in his pocket. We had Brian down in Denver. He and his girlfriend, they set up at their apartment complex selling coffee by the cup, and in just a couple of hours, they generated over $600 in profit and were able to pay their car payment without having to go get a second job, just from having customers. And what's so cool, our products are so amazing. People are feeling better, sleeping great, their mood's better. And what they're doing is they're coming back for more. So you have repeat customers. And when you have a great product, the right system and team, that's being put on the fast track. And trust me, the fast track is a great place to be when you're talking about living life on your terms. You can actually earn a fast track bonus every time that you personally enroll somebody into the business. So there's really 2 elements of the business. There's 7 ways to get paid, but there's 2 elements. There's retail, and then there's recruiting. You can do either or both. I prefer both because it's a chance to help more people and create a bigger influence and a bigger network of people who are not only going to go out there and help more people, but they're going to earn more money, and that's really exciting. Now, this third way we get paid, you think of it kind of like a tree, like your family tree, right? It starts off small, but you give it a couple of generations, and that thing will spread out all over the world, and there's people everywhere. Well, the cool thing about a dual team is a generation doesn't take, 30 years, 40 years, 60 years. A generation can happen right away. Miss Diana, a nurse, she's working organo part-time, and before even having her first meeting, she enrolled 5 people into the business because she loves the results that she and some of her patients are actually getting with the products, with the soap, with the coffee. And so that's working extremely part-time as a brand new person. So here you can see on the screen, you can actually harness the power of leverage and a dual team by simply enrolling 2 people. You can start earning your dual team bonuses with only 2 people enrolled, 1 on your left team, 1 on your right team. Those are your branches in your tree. And every single week, Organo will total up the revenue generated in your team, and you can earn 10, 15, or 20% commissions. I remember when, this was about 6 years ago, Miss Rebecca Woolman out of Wisconsin, back then we didn't have Zoom, right? Technology is constantly advancing, and she was just listening to this presentation over the phone. And she had 2 kiddos at the time. Now she has 3. Her husband was working, and they were both working, both busy, and they just seemed to barely get by. It wasn't freedom, it was stressful. And she heard this same information that you're hearing. And she heard that she could make 20%, 10, 15, or 20%. She called her husband and said, listen, I'm gonna start this coffee business. I can make 20% commissions, and I wanna make an extra $500 a month. That was her goal. If I could make an extra $500 a month, I'll eliminate stress in my household. Now, 6 years later, they've added another child to the family. Her and her husband are running a business that does over $2 million a year in revenue. They still work the business just part-time. And ladies and gentlemen, her first 72 hours in the business, she made over $500. So she was like, oh my gosh, my goal is to make $500 every 30 days. And my first 72 hours in the business, I made $500. Holy crap, this opportunity is huge. And now she and her family have been able to go on vacations all over the world. They're getting ready to take the kids to Honduras and Bahamas and Mexico. Why? Because they can. And so if you have a goal, maybe your goal is to start out making $500 a month, like Rebecca's goal. Maybe your goal is to make $50,000, $100,000, $1 million a year. The opportunity is there if you're willing to put in the work, follow the system, and stay committed. There's still 4 more ways to earn money. The last 4 ways we earn income have to do with residual income. Now, residual income is where that freedom word really starts to come into effect, because residual income is money that you work for, and you work hard for it. Working hard is really rewarding, especially when the rewards are big. And you build a customer base, you build a team, and we teach people how to build a solid customer base with our incredible products, and you build it, but guess what? Next month, you don't have to rebuild it. Coffee drinkers are still drinking coffee next month, and next year, and the year after that, and 10 years from now, and 50 years from now. Even though a lot of things will change in the next 50 years, I can't even imagine what the technological advances are going to be like, but I can guarantee you in 50 years, people are still going to be drinking coffee every single day. And so this is incredibly exciting because you can go out there and build a business. We have an 18-month plan. If you want to move a little slower, you can stretch that out into a 3-year to 5-year plan. If you want to move a little faster, we've had people, completely surpass their goals in a shorter period of time. It's totally up to you, because this business is one size fits all. It serves your needs and your goals. And what happens is you can build something that eventually, when you stop building, the money keeps coming in. When you're on vacation, guess what? You're still getting paid, because all your coffee drinkers, they don't quit drinking coffee just because you're on vacation. Guess what? When you're at the dance recital, you're at the soccer game, you're at the baseball game, you're at the Christmas party, you're still getting paid because all your customers, they keep drinking coffee. We have leadership bonuses, so you don't have to be a leader if you don't want to be. Some people, that's not their thing, but some of you are like, you know what's inside of you, and the opportunity to lead and make a difference. You can earn up to $3,000 a month in additional bonuses off of what I just shared by being a leader. And we have people accomplishing these leadership positions every single day. I was so inspired. In Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, I met a young woman from California who, when she started her Organo business, she had $2 to her name. Literally, she had $2 in her pocket, and that was all the money she had. She's now a sapphire with Organo, doing over $14,000 a month in sales, and I can tell you she no longer has only $2 in her pocket, all because somebody shared with her a cup of coffee. Getting started is incredibly exciting. You can actually get started right now tonight for $49.95. This gives you not only access to wholesale purchases in your back office, but you're going to get some brochures. The best part about this is access to wholesale. It's kind of like Costco, only way better, because at Costco, I don't make any money, I just spend money, and my renewal fee for Costco is $117 a year. Organo says, hey, for $50, we're going to get you set up with a state-of-the-art back office, your own personalized website, and access to wholesale purchases. But then if you choose, you can choose from one of our 3 builder packs, bronze, silver, and gold. You said, listen, I love the product, I want to get my own testimonial, I want to be on it right away, but hey, listen, I see the value of sharing it with other people, putting money in my pocket, taking a position of equity, making a change in my financial forecast, and being the architect of my financial future. There's 3 different packages you can choose from, bronze, silver, and gold. The bronze pack is a one-time investment of $250. See, you don't have to spend $250 a month. What happens is you're going to start sharing the coffee. We have an incredible script that works wonders. You can start moving boxes of coffee, and then next month, your order is based on what you want to drink and consume, what you need to be able to sample, and to supply for your customers. Really simple. So the bronze pack is $250. You're going to get $250 worth of wholesale product, and you can make it to $500 a week in the dual team, okay? Then our silver pack, $450, but you've now increased your earning potential to up to $1,500 per week. Now I'm going to show you where I got started. I actually got started that night 9.5 years ago at the gold pack, because for doing the same work as a bronze member or a silver member, you can now earn up to $2,500 per week. The gold pack level is $1,250 one time. And when I saw this plan 9.5 years ago, I didn't want to leave any money on the table, because I know there are people out there right now who start a traditional business, which is kind of the old school way of doing it. And for some people it still works, but for a lot of people, their industries don't even exist anymore. And they're starting traditional businesses for hundreds of thousands of dollars in capital, which is incredible risk. Some of them even millions of dollars in capital. Here with Organo, for less than the price of your TV at home, for less than the price of 1 ounce of gold, you can start an international business that if all you did was retail your initial product, you would double your money. How exciting is that, right? And you can earn up to $2,500 per week. Now, right now, for the month of September, Organo, as while supplies last, we're actually running a promotion pack where you can get this 20% up to $2,500 of income per week for $549. We're running a promotion pack right now. It's really exciting. It's kind of the pre-launch of our skincare line. And so you actually could get started at that gold level for $549. That is while supplies last. So definitely check if you're looking for that savings, check with the person who invited you to make sure that that's still online and available, but incredibly exciting. I still encourage the gold pack. Even if you want to do the gold pack and the promo pack, you're gonna need the product, because with that promotion pack, when I say whose life will change today, we've now spent 29 minutes together, and it's so exciting to be like, okay, do I have 29 minutes to change my life? Do I have 29 minutes a day to invite some people to hear some information? Because tomorrow we have another leader who's going to be doing a presentation, and they've got some incredible stories and their perspective on the business, and you can literally start putting money in your pocket right away. Whose life will change today? Well, Organo launched what we call our Global Growth Bonus. I know, another bonus, but this bonus is for brand new people. So I'm talking specifically to you right now. There's up to $9,000 in bonuses on the table right now within your first 90-ish days by hitting some really simple goals, going out there and changing lives, sharing the product, sharing the message of Organo, working with the person who brought you to this presentation so we can help guide you through that process. Up to $9,000 in bonuses for new people that are on the table. So whose life will change today? My hope is that it's yours. Whether it's changing your health, your wealth, or both. We're here to help. We have the system. We've got the culture full of talented, incredible people who have big hearts, full of compassion, full of commitment, and a work ethic like I've never seen. It's been absolutely incredible. So thank you so much to our host who's actually running all of the Zoom for us. Really appreciate you taking care of all the tech for us. And to each and every one of you who took time out of your schedule, know that we value that time. And we take the commitment of the 30 minutes you gave us tonight, we take that commitment of time very seriously. And we know we added value to your life by sharing this incredible mission. So the weather is changing, the seasons are changing, it's a great time for change. And I tell you what, as it gets colder out there, people just drink more coffee. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Casey Martin from Colorado wanting to say welcome and congratulations.